Hi, in this demonstration, I want to just really quickly show you a few little tips and tricks about using the YouTube player interface. Even if you feel like you're a veteran of YouTube watching, please just go ahead, check this out really quickly, just in case there's something that you might have missed. Or that that you don't know. Something that's going to be really helpful for you to understand in this class is that there are going to be times in some of the parts of the video where you might feel like you could speed it up. And to help you be a little bit more efficient, I want to show you really quickly. Down here there's a gear. All my videos are recorded in HD. So if you were to go over here to quality, one of the things you'll notice is that you can always adjust the quality. So if you're on a very slow connection and it's automatically trying to load at 720p, if for some reason YouTube doesn't negotiate your connection properly, you can try to get it at a much lower connection, and so that you can hear it. If you can't really see it very well, I would say probably somewhere between 360 and 480p, depending on what it is that you're watching, are going to be the lowest that you're going to be able to actually make out details. But if you just need to listen to some of it, you can do it as low as 240 or even 144. And then as this gray bar continues to load, this is what's currently buffered. It's in the buffer, so it'll load. Then you could come back here and you could switch it to something much higher with better resolution. And it'll maybe take a second to kind of catch up with itself, but it'll help you load a bunch of the audio, and then it'll make it a little bit easier for it to go grab some of the higher definition video. Okay. So that's a little tip. Also, if you go to that gear, you can change the speed so you can watch it a little faster in different parts, and you can just on the fly change this up a little bit. So there are going to be times where you might want to speed up my voice by 125%. That's what 1.25 would be. If you want to do it by 150%, it'd be 1.5. And what that's going to do is it's going to lower the amount of time that the tutorials actually take. Now, I would never really recommend doing it 200%, which is 2 times faster, because chances are you're going to really miss something that's important. But that's up to you. And you can always slow it down and speed it up on the fly while it's in the middle. Okay. I'll sort of sound a little chipmunky, but whatever works for you. And then obviously this is the full screen. If you click that, it will go to full screen. Okay, and then if you come back down here and click exit full screen, it'll go right back. And then we have the volume here. So if for some reason you feel like your volume on your computer's working, but you can't hear the video, there's a very good chance that you accidentally clicked this, and if you see a little X, it means that it's muted. So make sure that you've got the volume turned up here as well. And you've got your play buttons in your back and your forward buttons, right? The other thing too is that I do a lot of these things as playlists. So I do them up to 15-minute increments. Sometimes they're shorter than that, but I don't ever make them longer than 15 minutes a piece. And so that means sometimes I have to create a series. Like for instance, in this example, if you come up here, you can see it says 1 of 2. And so if I click this hamburger icon, and yes, that's what's referred to, the little 3 horizontal dashes, those are hamburger icons. And if I click the hamburger icon, it will show me what all is in the playlist, and I could click and jump to either one of these, or if there were multiples, I could jump to anything that was in that playlist. Okay, and with a playlist, what's nice is that immediately after one of the videos is over, it immediately loads up the next one. Okay, and then you just close it like that. All right, so those are some really quick tips and tricks that I think will be helpful. Another thing too is that a lot of my things are not properly captioned yet. Some of them are well captioned, but there's a chance that if you wanted to turn on closed caption down here, YouTube does a halfway decent job of doing auto captioning. It's not perfect, but there are times where you might want to turn it on if you're in a really crowded place, and sometimes you'll be reading it and you'll see that something's maybe not quite right, and you can back it up and listen more closely. But there's also, of course, there's a share button and a watch later, so that's up to you if you want to use those. Okay, and then of course you can turn subtitles on and off right here. All right, and I have mine currently set to be off. So let me just play this for a moment. In this demonstration, I want to show you how you can connect to the mat.miracosta.edu server. So I'm going to pause it real quickly, and I'm going to show you how you can speed it up really fast using CyberDuck. So first thing I want to show you really quick, I'm on a Windows computer right now. I try to switch back and forth sometimes between using Mac and Windows. Okay, so that's sped up. If you were to go to download CyberDuck, one of the things that you need to... So that's sped up significantly, but if you decided that, you know, maybe we get to a part where you want to slow it down, just be aware of is that just jump back over here, come back to speed, and slow it down. Okay, same is true here. Now I'm going to mute this really quickly so I can talk over it. The other thing that I wanted to show you is the thing I was telling you about the quality. So if I was on a really slow connection, I'm not, but if I were, I could lower the quality down, and you see how fast that buffer line is going? Anything in red here is what you've watched. Anything in gray is what's buffering. And you can see that the quality is not absolutely horrible. I can still kind of see what's going on, but it's loading a lot faster. So if you are on a slow connection, or a really tentative connection, you can lower the quality so that you'll have a better buffering experience. And then what you can do after it buffers a little bit is you can come back here and you can change that quality back up. And you see it automatically was able to load some of the better connection video quicker, and see it's going back through the buffer, but it's able to do it a lot faster now. So those are some little tricks, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to help you this semester.